Let's visit Horsham District.
Hello, I'm Luna.
And I'm Annalise.
And we're from Whistlestop Arts and we're embarking on our Visit tours.
Visit is a series of short films highlighting different areas across Horsham District. Join us as we discover more about the local heritage, countryside and meet local business owners and residents who will share their passion for the places where they live and work.
Getting out and about couldn't be easier. If you're travelling by car, Horsham District Council offers an annual parking disc that can be used in 12 HDC managed car parks in the market towns and rural parts of the district. And currently it's only £15 for the whole year.
There are numerous bus routes and train stations across Horsham District. You'll find links on the Visit page of our website, whistlestoparts.org.
We love to walk, and with the South Downs and the Downs link running across Horsham District, you're spoilt for choice for getting out onto those footpaths and bridleways. Great to hear the birds, see local wildlife and experience the seasons.
If, like us, you like to learn more about the history of the places you visit, you'll love the heritage trails. Each one dedicated to a different area of the district, including sites of special interest and stories from all eras of the area's past. There are walks for all levels and the trail leaflets can be downloaded for free from the Horsham Museum's website.
Each episode is accompanied by a podcast featuring more about our walk in the area and also a craft activity that you can take part in at home, highlighting some of the wonderful things you can experience in the villages and towns.
We hope that everyone will get out and explore more, and we've created a fun passport for you to take with you on your visit across Horsham District.
You can download everything for free from the Whistlestop Arts website, as well as picking up a paper copy of the passport from shops in the featured areas.
Whether you want to hit the high streets, visit local attractions or immerse yourself in the glorious landscape, Horsham District will not disappoint.
We're off to explore this stunning area. Why not join us for the journey?
Welcome to Steyning.
You're joining us in this historic market town, full of its timber frame buildings, bustling high street and glorious countryside.
We're off for a walk to explore the area and meet some of the people who live and work here.
But first, let's see what Kim's baking in the Steyning tea rooms.
Located at the top of the high street, the Steyning Tea Room is owned by Kim, who offers a menu of delights available throughout the day.
Oh, we're at Kim's. Let's go on in. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Thanks.
I'm Kim and this is the Steyning Tea Rooms. I've been here for 8.5 years now. We moved to Steyning, we were looking to buy a house but decided to buy the tea rooms because it had always been my dream, and it just spiralled from there really. So yeah, I spend most of my days baking, making jam, and I've made a lot of friends from being in the village, all the other businesses and locals and regular customers, and yeah, I absolutely love it here. Well, today is Friday and I'm going to be baking about 8 different cakes for the tea rooms. So we'll have several gluten-free options, a vegan cake, and then about 4 or 5 different other cakes. Probably around about 100 to 200 scones, depending on how busy we are. We make everything here ourselves from scratch, so it's all homemade. So one of the questions that I'm asked the most is whether jam or cream should go first on your scone. It depends if you're from Devon or Cornwall. So the Devon people hide their clotted cream underneath the jam, and Cornish clotted cream, which is the best, which is what we use, goes on top of the jam because they display it proudly on the top. Steyning is a fantastic place to come and visit. We absolutely love living here. There's so much to see and do. There's so many clubs and societies, different things, lots of lovely walks. You've got the South Downs literally within walking distance. You've got Bramber Castle. You've got so many vibrant shops, cafes, independent businesses is what keeps Steyning going.
I just want to point out it's definitely jam first with the cream on top.
Oh, Luna, your Cornish roots are showing again. Shall we move on?
There are some fascinating buildings along the high street, so do remember to look up. Apparently, in Steyning there are over 125 buildings that are listed, including houses built in the late 1300s to the mid 1400s. You can visit the museum and library to find out more.
But we got a little distracted by the display of treats in the sweet shop.
Stepping off the high street, you'll enter into the world of Cobblestone Walk. Eddie can tell us a bit more about this magical place.
I'm Eddie, welcome to Cobblestone Walk. I have been here now 10 years as the owner and manager, and I love it here. It's an eclectic mix of wonderful shops and services, but we're more than that. We've got a community of small businesses here, ranging from services such as the hairdressers and osteopath through to retail with hats and haberdashery, as well as architecture even. So although we are all independent and individual, we come together as a community to really give an offering to shoppers, as well as the local residents needing their services as well. Because for me, when I came here 10 years ago, I would say it was more hobbyists, if that's even a word. For me, we're all business owners now, so we have bills to pay and things we want to achieve, which is we have people setting out on their first business journey, with their very first tentative steps into the world of business, through to people that are the other end of their career that are looking to have something more sustainable and manageable for this chapter of their life. How it's grown is we are now small business owners looking to achieve our own individual goals, and collectively we come together to offer that. I'm also a resident here, so Steyning means a lot to me in two different hats. Of course, you could say being where you work isn't one of the best things, however I like to differ that one, and with our access to the Downs, the architecture, the 12th century church, the independent shops that we have on our high street, from butchers to the sweet shop to all of the others, we're just so lucky to live here.
Hello, I'm Sarah Bowers, and I'm the owner of the Steyning bookshop. Well, we've had this shop here for 37 years actually. We opened it in 1984. It was a house and we turned it into a shop. We had to do a lot of conversion, and then a few years after that we made a bigger children's extension, and so we've got a fantastic children's book area which we're pretty well known for. But we are also very keen on local books, obviously, about the area, the wonderful walks that are in the area, and we also stock books by local authors as well, who come here, and we have lovely events with them, as well as events with authors who are nationally famous. It is a very beautiful town. It's very picturesque. It's got fantastic picturesque Tudor buildings, and the wonderful church, wonderful Norman church. And it's right on the edge of the Downs, so there are lovely walks as well. We really pride ourselves on having a lovely range of independent shops here, which is, I think, a lot of the reason why people come. And of course, the most important thing for our bookshop is the fact that we have the wonderful author Julia Donaldson living in the town, and we are very privileged because she very kindly signs her books for us. We can supply her books online from our website, signed.
Lovely to spend time in an independent bookshop with owners who are passionate about books and the community in which they live and work.
My name's Jed Bamford. I run the Steyning store and post office together with my wife Vanessa. The post office is also, by legacy, a tourist information centre as well, which I inherited from the previous owner, and we've continued and enhanced over the last sort of year or so. We've got the digital screen you can see just to my left, which we put in about a year ago, which promotes local businesses, local tourist attractions, various websites, including the Visit Steyning website, which we want to promote. There's also lots of leaflets on that have been updated recently for the local area. We've got farmers markets going on every month, and we've got local festivals happening as well, which we try and promote here as well. We live and work in Steyning. It's a fantastic place. It's got the best of everything from my point of view. So it's a bustling, vibrant community. We live in the centre, the heart of the South Downs. We've got Brighton 10 miles away. We've got the coastline 4 miles away. And it's got everything a walker, a runner, a cyclist could absolutely want for. So the High Street is full of vibrant, independently run, bespoke shops and open for business for people to come and visit us.
So I'm Russell Barnes, I'm the Chair for the Visitors and Tourism Committee, which is under the Steyning and District Community Partnership. We're very lucky in Steyning to have so many really good sort of activities and facilities. Sports-wise, I couldn't even name every single club. So we're really lucky that we have a brilliant website, visitsteyning.co.uk, that the partnership effectively populate with information locally, and we use that both for residents and visitors and tourism alike to communicate all the things that are going on and all the fantastic stuff that we have available for people to come and see.
There is certainly a lot to see and great people to meet. Let's head off and meet the Steyning Downland Scheme team to see what they have to say about the countryside in the area.
My name's Matthew Thomas. I'm the project manager for the Steyning Downland Scheme. A big welcome on a beautiful sunny morning. So the Steyning Downland Scheme started 11 years ago. It was set up by the Goring family on the Western Estate. So they wanted to set aside part of the estate for the local community to manage and to call their own and to look after the natural environment. That seems a long time ago now. We've got about 170 volunteers listed on our register. We're literally 5 minutes walk from Steyning High Street, so it's very easy to get to us. Steyning's a great place to live, real community atmosphere. I think it's supposed to be either the biggest village or the smallest town in the UK, take your pick. But the High Street is a great place to come, lots of local shops.
You're not wrong, Matthew. We are blown away.
Well, I chose Steyning because of the High Street, so I could do all my local shopping in the High Street, and I wouldn't need to use my car. It's got bus service down into Shoreham. Once I got here, I realised that actually a bonus of being here is the sea swimming. So I've started swimming in the sea. It's only a really short journey by bus down to Shoreham. And for us, it was a place where we could walk from the door. So we can walk up onto the downs with views of the sea. I mean, there's nothing better than getting up to see that view. We can walk along the river. We can walk through to Bramber Castle, Bramber Burrocks, or we can walk along the farmland and along the flats. So it's just the perfect place that we can just get out and walk. So I volunteer for the Downland Scheme. I found out about it before we moved, actually, because I knew it was something I was interested in. And I've been somebody who knew very little about birds, butterflies, biodiversity, to really sort of feeling that I can make a difference and make a change. So I volunteer for the conservation volunteers, and essentially what that is cutting back vegetation to allow better vegetation so that you get more butterflies and more birds in the area. But one of the other things is the birds. So there's a bird group that goes out once a month to look at the birds on the Downland Scheme. We've been on courses to learn the bird song, and now probably we identify about 20 birds when we're out just by their song. And it really connects you to nature when you can, you know what that bird's singing about and why it's singing. But I think more simply, it just sitting here, listening to the birds, maybe identifying one or two birds, and feeling part of this wonderful world that we're in. The Downland Scheme really tries to connect people to that.
Vicky has certainly settled in well, and great that there are so many groups in the area for people to join, with a welcoming community.
My name is Justin Russell, and I'm an archaeologist, and I'm helping out with the conservation of the rifle range. It's not currently in use as a rifle range, I should point that out. It closed in the late 1980s, and it opened in 1860 as part of the rifle volunteer movement. It continued in use from then right through, as I say, to the 1980s, and its busiest period was the Second World War, when it was in use constantly from the beginning of the war right to the end. So now what we're trying to do is to not open it up as a rifle range, but conserve it, preserve the features that are there, because training for the military is a very important thing. Every soldier needs to shoot a rifle. So the thousands of people that came through here and trained, I think need to be remembered in some way, and this is a perfect place to do it.
Well, I'm glad that we got to rest for a minute and chat to Justin before walking up this hill.
Yes, but such stunning views. And there's even a bench at the top for us to take a break and enjoy a cuppa. Glad you brought your nice mug.
Always! I need my home comforts wherever we go.
If you follow the path up, you'll continue to climb up the South Downs and take in more great views as part of the circular walk. If you have a mountain bike, this is where you'd go to explore many trails that have been created. Just up the road is the village of Bramber. Let's go!
There are more places to explore here with lovely walks, views, places to eat, and again we can see historic buildings lining the street.
St Nicholas's Church was built in the 11th century on the same mound as Bramber Castle, overlooking the River Ada. It is a great place to visit and popular with walkers. If you pop inside, you'll see a visitor's book with names of people who have stopped off on their routes across the South Downs and Downs Link. They come from all over the world, and this beautiful church must put a spring in their step as they continue on their way.
We're finishing our visit in Bramber, which adjoins Steyning.
With more timber frame buildings, including St Mary's House and Gardens, that has stood here since the times of Henry VI.
Yes, it's been lovingly renovated and it's opened for visitors part of the year. But we're at Bramber Castle, which is just off the Downs Link and the South Downs Way.
And sometimes there's an ice cream van in the car park.
Yes, I thought you'd notice that. Shall we go take a look?
Oh yeah, I'd love a knobbly bobbly.
Yes, you always do.
As we enjoy our ice creams, we can look around the site of Bramber Castle. You can imagine how vast it was by looking up at the wall that is still standing. You get great views from here, down to Shoreham, across Bramber Brooks Nature Reserve and up towards Upper Beeding, Smoldole and Henfield. All fantastic places in the area. Where will you visit next? As with all of the Visit series episodes, there is an accompanying postcard craft activity you can download to create at home.
The set of 6 postcards depicts some of the things we saw on our visits to the villages and towns across Horsham District.
Perfect to send to friends or to keep as a memento after your visit.
And don't forget to pick up your passport too, available to download or collect from shops in each area.
The Visit Horsham District series was commissioned by Horsham District Council and created by Silvertip Films and Whistlestop Arts in collaboration with Horsham TV.
For more information and links to the places that we visited in the series, go to whistlestoparts.org, where you'll also find podcasts of our walks in the areas and craft resources.